Hello, beloved. Welcome to a seer's world. This will be your message from the divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those keen or interested in becoming Patreon members, on my Patreon, I do offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love, as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. To those keen or interested in one-on-one sessions slash life coach sessions, you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead, okay? Without further ado, let us tap into this message. Let us tap into this energy. Let us talk to the divine, okay? So, prior to me beginning this message, I was channeling the cries of a woman, okay? The cries of a woman. So, this feminine energy is deeply in her fluids, in her waters, okay? Um, this is a feminine energy who has done necromancy. Okay, necromancy is a practice of summoning the dead. Okay, dead spirits. Okay, so let's tap into this energy. Let's see what this, is about. Yeah, we have the magician reversed to the world reversed. So with this magician reversed energy to the world reversed energy, this is an energy of a person who has brought forth only darkness unto their world, life, and reality because of this necromancy. Okay, this is someone who was addicted to necromancy. They were addicted to summoning the dead or dead spirits, or practicing necromancy. Okay, this energy of a person has always found it difficult to stay grounded or rooted in her identity. She would always revert to dark arts, okay, to find belonging or a home, is what I just heard. This is a woman who finds solace, comfort in black magic. So something has happened over time as she has been doing and practicing necromancy. Something has struck her life, right? This was a woman who was fixated and obsessed with creating a specific reality, a specific life, or living a specific type of lifestyle. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands. So this woman has always been behind the scenes, stalking, lurking, and addicted to your energy behind the scenes. That's why she was and has always been stalking and lurking. Okay, this is a woman who has been studying you, researching you, trying to temper with your energetic sphere by sending you, you know dead spirits, hoping that it will affect you or your mind, your heart, your spirit, or your body. Okay. But as she keeps doing it, she's doing it to herself. Hence, the magician reversed and the world reversed. It automatically inverts itself and reverses itself. It backfires right then and there. So now, this is a woman with this Four of Wands. They're living in a haunted home. Wherever their place of rest is haunted, because all these dead spirits they've been summoning whilst practicing dark arts of necromancy, now these spirits have found belonging and home in this person's energy. They never leave. Okay, they never leave. They're always there. These are spirits of the dead that are evil, wicked. Okay, this is the energy. So she's been doing this to herself. She's watching you find yourself or grow in who you are by way of your identity and individuality, while she's fighting demons. Demons that only she can see, only she can feel. No one else. These didn't even touch you. They didn't even make their way out of this person's place of rest. As soon as they would summon this demon, each time they would call upon a different demon, they would just remain in this person's energy and never go anywhere. This person's life has been struck by death, okay? Death energy, it's everywhere. It's mental death, emotional death, spiritual death, and physical death. Someone is having physical health issues, mental health issues, emotional health issues, and spiritual health issues. Okay, beloved, this is the energy. They're in bondage or in commune with these demons. These demons are residents in this person's place of rest. They live there. People that are connected to this person, when they go to this person's place of rest, they never feel okay. They might avoid that feeling that they feel when they're there. But when they go back to their own place of rest, they don't, something doesn't feel right inside of them. Okay. It's these demons here. Okay. We got the Page of Swords. This person, we got the Page of Swords to the Justice. I'm seeing 3 swords here. The 3 of Swords. I'm channeling what I heard earlier, the cries of sorrows, cries of deep pain and anguish, cries of excruciating sadness, melancholy or depression or misery. Somebody's very somber. Somebody's just low vibing by way of their vibration, frequency, and wavelength. So with this Page of Swords to the Justice, this person is watching you balance your life, figure it out. You know, they're watching you make decisions and choices that are further aligning you with your destiny or your path, your walk, your journey of life. They're watching you, find harmony, 222 energy. They're watching you get justice from the universe by way of favor and blessings. I just heard structure and foundation. They looking at you doing this, okay? And whilst they're fighting these demons that they thought and felt they were sending your way, yeah, there go the 3 of Swords. This person is trying to hide their paranoia, their fear, their anxiety, is what I just heard. This person is trying to diminish it or belittle it and tell themselves, program themselves, and condition themselves to believe that everything is going to be okay, or everything is okay, or oh, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. This person has a lot of episodes, okay, nightmares, night terrors, okay, or sleep walking, okay. Clarify the justice energy, clarify justice. We have the Hierophant. This person, the dead spirits they were summoning are there to stay, are there to remain. They're there for life until they pass on and, you know, see them in the afterlife. Like someone, when they were doing what they were doing, the intentions they set were based on lifetime consequences. This person was summoning these demons to you in a way that was based on lifetime energy. They wanted you to suffer forever, or forever be indebted to demons of death or dead spirits. Okay. When they were practicing this necromancy of dark arts, this black magic energy, this person set intentions where they spoke and chanted by way of incantations. You know, they were speaking your name in vain, hoping that you end up in a predicament of a lifetime of bad karma. Someone wanted you to be followed by bad karma even in your next lifetime. Someone's very evil and wicked, okay? Clarify the Page of Swords. We got the Three of Pentacles reversed. This person had, for some reason, their own speculations and assumptions about who you were. And they desperately believed them, okay? Those assumptions and speculations. And that's what led them in this path or walk or journey of delusion, okay? Where they had already foreseen some form of future for you, as if they are, you know, the person who is in control of your life. This is how this energy was going about everything, okay? They thought that if they do the darkest of the dark, the wickedest of the wicked, the evil of the evil, most evil, they felt and thought that it will get them exactly what they want out of this situation by way of, you know, tormenting you, haunting you, destroying you, hurting you, causing you pain, trauma, destruction, and chaos. This is what this person was aiming for. But the same purpose that drove them to this is the same energy that they will forever regret for all eternity, because they're eternally bound to these spirits. They summoned them. Imagine rising an ancient dark spirit and then expecting it to just fall asleep again. You gave it life and now it's going to use you. This is the energy. This person is in trouble. Okay. In front of people, they're trying to, you know, in front of the public eyes, also what I just heard, they're trying to come off like they have everything under control. We have the Six of Wands reversed, the Star to the Six of Cups here. They're trying to come off like, you know, same old me. I'm just chilling. I'm just finding myself, discovering myself, figuring myself out. You know, I'm making decisions and choices that, you know, this and that and the third. Like someone's just lying. They're lying. They're lying through their teeth. Yeah, someone's telling people things to make illusions around their identity seem like reality, when in actual fact, somebody is living with dead spirits. They sit and just, this person could be sitting and doing nothing, and a tap will open itself and the water will just run and overflow, and they'll be so afraid to go close it that they'll let the water run. Or they'll be in bed and the blanket will just, move on its own, or they'll feel something tugging at their feet. Or this person, they find themselves eating or making something to eat, and then the ingredients start to, spill on their own. This person is going through a lot in secret, and they're learning and coping through delusional coping mechanisms, okay, or coping systems, okay. They have to program and condition themselves. They have to remain delusional, or they'll snap into insanity and end up in a graveyard site or a psychiatric ward. This person should have remained in their lane, known themselves enough to understand that life doesn't revolve around their delusions or what they want for another person. Who lives for that? Who's out here like, oh, this person doesn't like me. Oh my goodness, now my life is like who cares? Like, if you don't like me, do I, like, is there a F-U-C-K that you see? Let's find the F-U-C-K. Let's go F-U-C-K hunting. Because there is no F-U-C-K that you need to give, beloved. No F-U-C-K is given. Someone's just evil and wicked, and they messed around and found out because they got the right one. Now we have the Two of Cups. Now this person is plotting, planning, and strategizing to enter your energy in order for them to feel like they can have an opportunity to release these demons unto you. They feel like they need a physical connection or physical communication, physical interaction with you, with this Two of Cups. If you get a call and you feel uneasy in your spirit to pick it up, don't pick it up. If you go outside and the energy of wherever you are starts to feel off, return to where you come from. If you find yourself in a predicament where you don't feel good in your home, burn a white candle, okay? This person was just jealous, envious, and hateful. And this is where it led them, okay? We got the Ten of Cups reversed. They're still behind the scenes with the same energy, plotting, strategizing, and planning to come into contact with you, which will never happen, okay? It's just further delusions of grandeur that have them thinking this way, but it's unreal. It's really a false truth that they want to believe so bad because they're desperate to find a way out of what they've summoned. But no demon will leave its home. No demon will leave its home. You think if you summon a demon and it finds solace and comfort and belonging in you, it's going to leave? It's not. Even if you send it anywhere else, it sees you as its saving grace. Like, oh, you can take my presence. That's why they do whatever they please in this person's place of rest, because they're finding comfort, solace in that. It's like, oh, here we are, you called us, and now this person acting scary. What you scared for? You call upon death and you act scared. You should look in the mirror, you know what I mean? We have the Two of Swords reversed. Oh, we have the Six of Swords. We have the Two of Swords reversed to the Moon. So this necromancy, this dark arts, this black magic energy that this person was, tapped into and practicing, they would only do it during the moon or specific moon phases or moon cycles. I'm hearing Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and Leo. Okay. But we have the Six of Swords to the Two of Swords. So every time this person would send something your way, it would automatically fall onto them or someone close to them. Because the darkness doesn't care if this one is not to blame, if that one is kind and cordial and friendly. If you call upon darkness in your world, it will affect those around you. Now people around this person will fall sick or lose their jobs or find it hard to have financial stability. People around this person will start to avoid them. People around this person will start to show true signs of the same darkness that they live with. Meaning the people around them will not have it in them to have love for this person or any care or sympathy. Someone here didn't know what they were doing. They just thought they did, okay? They were in their feelings. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? So you in your feelings, you must summon death upon someone's life. So with this moon energy, man, you just pissed me off. With this moon energy, this person under the moon, the moon is all things unseen, all things unknown, all things unheard. So the level of darkness they summoned is way beyond what they were actually imagining. These are spirits that come from afar. They're not even tied to this person's lineage or bloodline. They're just dark spirits, evil spirits, dead spirits. This person, these are not spirits of their DNA or spirits that know them. No, it's not like that. This person was very jealous, very envious, and very hateful. And it just festered and rotted inside until it showed itself in their actions and their decisions and choices. And look what they manifested for themselves. That's why, as people, we should all remain in love. If you don't like something or someone, keep it to yourself and keep it pushing. Because who cares? Six of Swords. This person is trying to, one of their coping mechanisms or coping systems is sleeping around. With this Queen of Wands to the Knight of Swords reversed. They throw themselves at, men, or they could be also into same-sex activity or bisexual, however way. But, they like to tempt or seduce or allure, people into sexual intercourse because it helps them escape or forget. They're also heavily into liquor, alcohol, and they're also taking substances such as psychedelics or mushrooms, pills, things like that. This person is heavily, heavily, heavily lost. Okay, this is the energy. They're a lost cause, a lost soul. They're just living with death. And if you flirt with death, it will fall in love with you. You know what I mean? Because who flirts with death? Who goes around tempting their life? Oh, I'm gonna, like, what is that? These dead spirits, these evil spirits, very wicked. They love tormenting this person. That's what they live for. That's what they feed off of. They just dark. They of darkness. They're not going to be there making this person's home feel peaceful and at ease. No, it's going to be hell in there with no fire. This person's out here trying to find a way in your energy so bad because they feel like if they just touch you or talk to you or connect or communicate somehow with you on a physical plane, it will automatically all fall onto you. You'll find yourself now in this energy that they've been living in. You'll find yourself in this energy of like, oh, now these demons are in my home. And there's nothing like that. These demons don't care. They don't care that this person wants them to go to you. They're not listening to this person. They just awoke. They're up. It's like they're awake, right? They've risen. And they're not here to listen to a human being telling them what to do when they're scared of a little running tap. So you chant things. Hey, this one must not have this. This one must lose their life. Things must happen to their mental health and emotional stability. Rebuke in the blood of Jesus. And when it falls back onto them, they get scared. You scared of a little running tap? Oh, these spirits about to have fun with this person. It's about to be a party with no balloons or whatever. Two of Swords reversed. We got the Six of Wands. This person has their priorities really, like this person, man, because with the Six of Wands, they're just concerned about, oh, do people see that I live with the dead? Do they see? Man, they got bags under their eyes. They be waking up with bruises that they don't know where they come from. They be seeing things in the mirror. Somebody's going through a lot. Imagine wanting this for someone else and you're going to sit back and laugh about it. You are so evil. You are so wicked. And you are so sick. And you know what I'm saying? The dead love the sick. The evil, dead, wicked spirits, they love the sick because they're as sick. You know what I mean? They're just looking at one of their own. Like, what you want us to do? Go? Where are we going to go? We're not going. What you talking about? No. Like, these spirits play. Just for the moon. Look at the Queen of Cups reversed. This person is trying to, one of the other coping systems or coping mechanisms is the outside. Being around people, the chaos of the outside, the noise of the outside helps them drown out their own chaos, their own noise. It helps them just sink into an escape or an oblivion of ignorance that they supposedly use as medication. Like, oh, I must be dumb. I must be delusional. Oh, you know what I mean? Things like that, so that they just are able to cope, beloved. Imagine how funny. No one has sympathy, or you shouldn't, because you would be completely foolish. That's stupid. How are you going to feel for somebody that wanted you to be in this energy? All praise is due to the Most High and your ancestors or ascended masters for protecting you, because you would be going crazy right now. Imagine you just seeing just death. You're just seeing just someone and they just black and scary. Huh? Dark and everything like that. Some of you need to have an altar for your ancestors. You know what I mean? Your ascended masters. And give thanks. Give thanks. Okay? Don't praise and worship. Just give thanks. Okay? Say thank you. Okay? The Magician reversed. This person, they were so, you know what I'm like, they were so invested. They started watching horror movies and imagining you going through what the horror movies were about, like horror movies of people living in haunted homes, because they were targeting your place of rest. They wanted to specifically send these demons to where you stay. They are so, someone is sick, man. Look at that. Genie in the bottle reversed. They were deeply fantasizing, deeply fascinated and obsessed and fixated on doing this. They would they would fall asleep to these horror movies. I'm channeling an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Do you know the horror movie called Scream? You should watch it. I think there's multiple, because it's not just one. They made like Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3. But I know it, right? There would be this figure wearing a mask and just this black attire and this white, mask. And he would invade the homes of people ready to cause death, simply put. And they would be running and screaming, but it's a great horror film. You know what I mean? Because of how it's curated, the storyline, it's interesting. Imagine someone watching a movie like that and just thinking, "Oh, I can't wait for this person to go through this." This is this person. They were ready to see you going through it, losing weight, losing appetite, not having that smile on your face. Like, what is wrong with people? Like I said, you either end up in a psych ward or graveyard site with a pretty bow on the coffin. Your ancestors, your ascended masters are coming through. They don't play that. They don't play at all. Because no one is, what is this, a game? Playing with someone's life, is that a game? The world reversed. We got we got David and Goliath energy reversed. This person wanted to be your Goliath but didn't know you were David. This person was intending to put you in a predicament where you just are suicidal, very unhappy. Like they just wanted, misery loves company. They wanted, to infect you with their disease of just death. You know what I mean? They just wanted you also sad, depressed, melancholy, miserable. All of a sudden you don't like this, you don't like that. All of a sudden you lose interest in this, you lose interest in that. You moody, you don't take care of yourself, you don't take care of anything around you. This is what this person wanted. Yeah. All these people that they throw themselves at, they don't know, but they sleeping with death. They don't know. They don't. They just seeing cheeks. This person is going to regret this for the rest of the remainder of their life, and wherever it is that these demons are going to send them once they pass on, because they bound. You understand? When It's like an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. I have ascended masters, very high vibing, close to the sun, baby. Okay? The vibration, the frequency, the wavelength is elite, top tier, unmatched, and untouchable. Not by no witchcraft, not by no voodoo, and no black magic here, honey. We'll kill it. Now, they're very much protective, to say the least. They do everything for me, right? Now, imagine someone like this attacking someone like me and you, because we on the same, you know what I'm saying? We there together. We are collective. Our ascended masters, our ancestors eliminate and annihilate and slay demons for a living. So they were on a job. You know what I mean? Coming back to the generalization of this message, this person here, their life is really a horror movie. This was your message from the divine. I'm grateful for your time. I thank you so much for joining me. This was a seer's world. To those keen or interested in becoming Patreon members, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. And you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. I thank you all for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.